What's going on, YouTube? This is your boy, DJ Roberto, the international bad boy, reflecting on the Miami Carnival. My first time in the Miami Carnival as a group representing the Panamanian culture. It was great for the first time. It was rainy day, but still I was proud to be there with my brother Federico and his wife and friends to represent our culture. And I think it's been a while that Panama has been in a group in Miami Carnival 2022. I'm gonna keep this short and sweet because I want you guys to see the video also of us being a presentation, something small, and the interview that I did. Before I do that, I want to thank the people that have made this possible, making the costume. I want to thank Ruben Medina, those guys that created one of the costumes that I always make, one of the first guys I work with. Alfonso Horacio Luis de Espada, better known as Wakani also. I want to thank also Jose Diaz, the legend himself, None. Of course, I want to thank my local and maestro, Reynaldo Ferdinand. Those are the main artists that are teachers in their own respect. You see this costume right here, this one back here? Wakani made this. And I'm going to say it in Spanish too, so they understand. Gracias a los artesanos que me ayudaron a hacer esto posible. Quiero agradecer al señor Alfonso Horacio Luis de Espada, mejor conocido como Wakani, y el señor Rubén Medina, y claro, la leyenda himself, Jose Diaz, better known as Noni. And for locally here in Chicago, Reynaldo Ferdinand. These are the people that always help me with my costume. See these costume in the back there? Alfonso Horacio make that. Jose Diaz make that one. Ruben Medina make the Black Panther. And you see the lion there with his crown on his head. Ruben Medina make that also. And Jose Diaz right there, the legend. Ronaldo always make the whip for me. Thank you, maestro. Thank you, teacher. Thank you. And that said, I want to stop talking and I want you guys to go straight into the video to see my presentation. And once again, this is your boy, DJ Roberto, the international bad boy. Peace.
DJ Roberto, the international bad boy of Panama.
Hi, how you doing? My name is Roberto Edwards from the International Bad Boy of Panama. And we're here to represent the ethnic essentials here in the Miami Carnival. And this is my beautiful wife, Rowena Edwards. I'm gonna give you guys a brief history, a short history as why I'm here and why I'm so passionate about this. Okay, see here, we're representing the slave from back home, from back in the days when the colonists trying to enslave us. And the Congo, I represent the Congo. I'm very passionate about it because anytime you go to a party or come here, people tend to forget and don't want to talk about their culture. And I'm about culture and trying to remember people, if it wasn't for us, a lot of people won't be here today because the colony enslaved their slave and try to use us. And that's why the Congo come into play. Now, we have the Diablos, or the devils, or the devil nation. Make it very, very clear. The devil represent the colony trying to enslave the black people. Back then, used to call him the blue-eyed devil, and that's where the term devil came from. It's not nothing satanic, it's nothing evil, but just it represent the white man if I could say it that way directly, trying to enslave the black people. So there, back then, they was considered the devil. So that's why we try to always remember people where we came from and what we all about. Now, the colors of the devil is red and black. Those are the traditional colors. Now, I could have bring a fancy color all that stuff for the carnival purpose, but I'm also for culture, represent the basis. So I'm here to represent the red and black for black people, for slave people that was enslaved. So I'm here to represent them, to remember people that we are free now, but back then we wasn't free. So this is an incarnation of what we stand for. Okay, we just can't go on living thinking everything was sweet. But back then we had people were suffering, slavery. So that's what the Diablo stand for, and the Congo stand for. Okay, I'm trying to make that very clear because I'm tired. Anytime you go to a party or Panamanian party, any kind of party, they don't want to talk about our culture. They think they put it to the side, like they don't matter. To me, it do, because that's where my people came from. My people came from the island, from Jamaica, Belize, Barbados, all those places. We came here as slaves to Panama, and through the Congo, we kind of reenact and make people remember the struggle people had back then. This was a struggle, and I'm here to keep that culture here for people don't forget what we went through, what my people went through. That's why I'm here now today at this biggest event with the Essentials Group here in Miami Carnaval to bring our culture to light so people could see the struggle we had and what my ancestors had back then. That's all I gotta say, and this is my beautiful wife that she always backed me up. If it wasn't for her dealing with my struggle, dealing with me trying to go out there and represent my culture all the time, you gotta have a strong backbone supporter.
Exactly.
But behind a great man, always a good woman. And I have a good woman. Just like my friend Federico have a great woman too to support us in her mission. That's what you need, and we will continue keeping this culture alive.
Okay, now say something about ethnic essentials.
No, ethnic is central. It's so funny how we start. We all both got the same vision. I started out this thing about 10 years ago, or even more longer than that. I say about 15 years. And that was just me alone in Chicago, because I'm from Chicago, born and raised in Panama. And through his wife, Federico's wife, she contacted me. We joined in force, and ethnic essential, we're going to change the vision of what people think of Panama. We're here to show everybody that our culture here to stay, and we're going to keep pushing it. Ethnic essential is the group to be on. If you Panamanian, support us, because we're trying to do this struggle ourselves, just me and him and his wife and my wife. So please support ethnic essential, because we are about culture. We're not about money. We're not trying to get ghetto on people. We're here to represent our culture and continue our legacy of our ancestors. Because my ancestors are not going to die for nothing. And Ethnic Essential is the group to do it, get it done. Favorite film, you gotta have courage.